Hi, everybody. It's me, Vincent. We're back for the second episode of Fragrance and Friends. I hope that everyone is doing great at home. Today, I am so excited to welcome this friend of mine that I've known now for almost 2 years, I guess. We'll have to check that with her. She is a fashion designer from Iran, and we just have so much respect for each other. I have so much respect for her. I love the work that she does and how committed she is with her culture. This is something that we have in common. And I asked her if she would be interested to be featured in my Fragrance and Friends show because I do feel that having, the feedback of a fashion designer on the perfume industry could be interesting. There are many things that I've learned throughout the way that I want to discuss with her, and also just because I miss her and I love her so much. So yeah, it's another opportunity for us to chat. So yes, I will let her in now. Please welcome my friend Azin. Should be here in a minute. Hi, Azin. Oh, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
that was good. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's so nice to see you. It's been a moment.
Yeah, same here.
First of all, I want to say thank you so much for doing this Sunday morning.
Anytime, no problem. I'd love. It's a pleasure to join you on this topic, and it's really something that I want to dig in more.
Yes, but really thank you so much because it's been a moment since we talked about it, and you had to go to your sisters in Amsterdam, then you got your job, so now you're
Yeah,
busy and you still have time and find the time to do this. So yes, it means a lot to me. Thank you very much.
no problem. I'm happy to be here.
So just so you know, in my introduction, I was saying that I consider you a fashion designer personally.
Ah,
This is
thank
what you
you.
are to me. And I thought, while doing my planning for the show, I thought it would be interesting to have a discussion with a fashion designer which is in the making, as you're
Yeah,
making your collections,
yeah,
to talk about perfumes. As we know, perfumes today, we have two categories. We have the luxury ones that are super expensive that you can't find in every retailers. And you also
yeah,
have the commercial ones that you can find in big stores such as Sephora.
yeah.
And those perfumes are actually the accessible part of the brand. When someone is a fan of Chanel, of course he can't afford the big, the tweed jacket, but at least he can get away with the little numero 5. And
Yeah,
and so perfumes in that way are a way to, give access to people and share a part of your brand. So I wanted to
exactly.
know, how would you conceive your perfume if you had to one day?
I guess I would like to have a feminine perfume because every time I use perfume, I don't know, it just gives me um, a strong and bold character, and it really it's like I'm getting into a character basically, like with what I'm wearing, with what I'm putting on as a perfume, and all this. It's like it makes me uh, a new character depending on where I want to go as well. So I think this is very important to um, to know what exactly you're gonna wear as a like from clothes point of view and also perfume. And of course, what I want to have as a perfume, I think I'll go for something feminine that it would empower women and make them confident. And if I want to go into scents, I think I would go into floral and roses because it's like part of my childhood memory with my dad, and I think it's a really bold, iconic thing for me to have roses in the scent of fragrance.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow. And are these the scents that you actually go with when you have to wear perfume yourself today?
exactly. This is I because before knowing you and also going through this discussion with you before, I didn't know that most of my perfumes they have a base of floral thing, like from either rose, jasmine, or lavender, or these like warm sense of floral. And I just realized it, and it's very strange that before knowing it I was already attracted to these fragrances, and now I know that it is there.
Wow. So it's
Yeah,
like it was organic for you. It's something that you had while you were growing up, and
yeah.
there you're going back to this instantly.
E-
You're attracted to roses.
exactly, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't really dig into know what is inside each bottle of perfume, like ingredients, and now that I know, it's like makes sense to me, all the things,
uh,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just for everyone
it's
to understand.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Amazing. Just for everyone to understand, Azin is from Iran,
yeah,
and I don't know. You tell me if it's right, okay? But from what
yeah,
I've known, I saw that, of course, in the Iranian culture, we use a lot of rose. We do grow a lot
yeah,
of rose in your country, and a lot of brands today use those roses to make contrasted perfumes. So we will have a floral composition, but also a little bit of woody, such
yeah,
as Oud Ispahan, for example, from
mhm,
Kilimanjaro.
yeah,
Would
yeah.
you confirm that Ispahan is a city in Iran?
Yeah, it is true. Yeah, there is one of the big cities in Iran. It's a cultural city of, like a capital cultural city of Iran, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
And really, I really felt something different from the roses from Eastbound because, I'm not a floral guy. I don't like
Mhm.
floral scents at all. But Oud Eastbound by Joe, when I smelled for the first time, I don't know, there was something very special. The flower was not too, it was not too vegetal. It was very
Mhm.
powdery. It was very soft, and of course mixed with the woody accent. It really was something that a man could wear as well. It was very
Yeah.
powdery, very nice,
Yeah.
very contrasted. I love that.
Yeah. I think uh, in Oriental sense,
Yeah,
because there's like mostly wood and rose and maybe spices that it makes it warm. I think it's like more for men, like having the wood and the spices. I guess it's a combination that I remember that my dad had this. I don't remember all the perfumes that he had, but one of them that it was. I don't think now exists. It's called Aramis, which was I think under Estee Lauder, and
hmm,
like this sense that you're describing, it just reminds me that sense, and it was like really the because I was a kid at the time, and I didn't know about perfume, so I was all the time like smelling the perfumes of my parents, and I was mostly attracted to the man perfume in the beginning. I don't know why,
yeah,
but it was like something that I never been to my. Actually, I don't remember any time that I've been into my mom's closet for like a smelling perfume. But yeah, that is the scent that what you described is like reminded me, and I think it's like it shows the Oriental area clearly.
yeah. And it's very interesting what you say because it's something that I already talked about with a friend, a girlfriend actually, and she
Mm-hmm.
said the same. Sorry, she said the same to me. She told me that growing up, she was attracted to men perfume,
Mm-hmm.
masculine scents, and
Yeah.
and when we dig a little, we found out that women who like masculine scents is maybe a translation that they're on the quest for power. They want
Mm-hmm.
to They just want to assert themselves. They want to be independent. They are strong women. And yeah, it's very interesting because in the Oriental culture, women wear very strong scents too, you know,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
it's very interesting because we know the way they're introduced in society, which is sometimes unfortunately submitted to men, but
yeah,
in their private and in their intimacy with cosmetics, they would go for something strong, you know,
exactly. Yeah.
and it shows how much strong these women are and
That's
how
true. Yeah.
they, in the public space, wearing strong perfume, they try to, you know, to get back to their power.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah. I remember most of the time I was on my brother's drawer, like seeing all the perfumes. Like when he was not around, I was like trying them out, and and at the time I was really attracted to really cool scents, like oceanic scents, and I don't know why, but it was like that, and I really enjoyed it, and I didn't like very warm. Although I grew up with like these floral scents and roses, but I didn't use any women fragrances. I didn't like them. But then eventually, I don't know, like maybe the feminine side of me grew and wanted to experiment the feminine side, and then uh, then now I'm like into the women sense, you know.
Wow. So tell me, what do you wear now?
Right now, one of my favorites is Yves Saint Laurent Libre.
Okay.
It was the last year mm, outings, basically. Last year commercial collection,
Okay.
and because
The one
there
with
is
Dua
this,
Lipa?
yes, because recently they also launched a new one,
Yeah.
which is a bit. It has a more tea base, white tea base, if I'm
Oh,
not mistaken. Yeah, that's that one also is good. I also liked it, but also yeah, I have that one, which really gives me the feeling of confident and empowered, as it described also in the
yeah.
fragrance as well, like because they wanted to give this empowerment to women, and also I have other perfumes, but I wear them into different occasions. I don't wear them often. Like I don't wear them in one occasion. All of like one specific perfume is like for maybe dating, or there's something for everyday use or work, or I wanna differentiate the space, because I think it's very important, and um, it's very important, I think. And yeah, the rest I use Zadig Voltaire or Versace women. And
Mm,
also it's funny that they're more or less, I can't say they're more or less different, but maybe they have the same base. But I think, for example, Libre is a bit stronger and seductive than, for example, Zadig and Voltaire. Uh, so, for example, I use that again Voltaire for every day,
yeah.
and
So
also
it's
it's
for the parfum?
yeah, all eau de parfum. I don't like to use eau de toilette,
Why?
and then I think because the intensity in eau de parfum is more, and it stays more on the skin, and you
Yes.
know,
So you like to go for something that's less.
long lasting.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and then what is funny that I wanted to point out is like Zadig and Voltaire. Also, the name of the perfume is "Girls Can Do Anything."
Wow.
So
Oh my God.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Right now, I'm attracted to all this kind of thing.
Yes, during the Empower Women movement.
Yeah, yeah. I
Wow,
think it's
that's so nice.
very. It's something that we women we have to work on it.
Yes, of course. And listening to you, I feel like it's even subconscious. It's not something that you didn't buy those perfumes because they're designed and
Exactly.
marketed as strong women, empowered women thing. I feel like
Mhm.
you're attracted to those perfumes. It's more like a subconscious thing.
Yeah, I feel like it
Part
too.
of
Yeah,
you.
because it's when I want to buy perfume, I will smell it first, and then maybe I'm attracted to the bottle or something. But the most important is the smell. So first I go for the smell, and then I will consider the rest of the things that how it's
Yeah,
done. Or
of course.
yeah.
Yeah, I like this. It's pretty much the same for me. When I discover perfume, obviously, when I'm in a store, the sales assistant will tell me the title of the perfume first. And
Mm.
if the title speaks to me, if it says something poetic or something that's, wow, I love this name, I will go to smell. But the other way around is I just go to smell straightforward, and I like to discover and see how it sits on the skin, and I like
Yeah.
to guess also the ingredients and the notes.
Yeah.
I like to play this game very much to guess.
That's cool. I mean, I wish I had more a stronger nose to like to differentiate the. I can differentiate the perfumes and tell like what is what, but it's hard to say all the notes.
It's hard, yes.
Yeah.
I guess it takes a lot of training, and it also requires to smell spices,
Exactly.
flowers,
Yeah.
and to cook. Um, every time you travel, you have to train your nose to smell those things, because this is how you become able to differentiate.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So the three names that we remember for you: Zadig and Voltaire, Yves Saint Laurent, and
It was
Versace.
Versace women. Yeah.
All right, interesting. We take notes. And so besides empowered women, what does your fragrance evoke to you? What kind of memories?
It doesn't necessarily bring me any memories, because I register many other memories while using the fragrance.
Yeah,
So maybe certain perfumes, it can bring me back to something, to some years. For example, now my bottle of Chanel Mademoiselle is finished,
yeah,
but if I'm gonna smell it again, it will take me back to, like, let's say 2017, or uh,
yeah.
some memories. But it's the one that I made. It's not like something. It would take me to something from childhood or something specific that unconsciously I will be aware of. It will be all the memories that I've been with it, or I created them basically while I had the perfume on.
That's nice. I like this.
Yeah.
All right. There's pretty much this coherence around, how perfume is this armor for women to protect
Yeah.
them and to empower them. It's very interesting. I'm pretty sure that this is what we can find in your fashion creations.
Yeah, that is true.
The
Yeah.
link here.
The Exactly.
Okay, so going back to fashion, because we want to know this from a fashion designer. Um, you know, the core of what you do is making clothes, creating beautiful clothes and apparel for women, or maybe men in the future. We don't know. But how would you consider perfume as the final touch of your creation? Would you consider the perfume as an extension of the clothes that you make? Would you consider the perfume as a tool to sublimate the silhouette, to help your women and your consumers uh, show their personalities?
Yeah, I guess it's very important to, because as we talked before about it, it's part of the character. So I think the character that the women of my creations is someone who is not who is daring, who wants to be independent, who wants to be bold. So I think perfume goes with the clothes. So it's not like a separate thing.
Yeah.
That's yeah, that's in short.
And there's this sentence um, that we use for clothes, the model, the mannequin wears
Hmm.
the clothes and not the clothes wear the mannequin, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what about perfumes? Do you want to create a perfume that bring the same feeling to everyone, or you want people to embody the perfume spirit and to represent the perfume, the message that you have in the perfume?
I guess it's both. I can't say it's separatable because first you need to try the perfume, and if it's something that you would like to have it, then it would embody it into your character, and your character will be like that personality which I want women to be empowered. So I guess that's something like how do you say, like connected, and you can't really separate them from each other.
Mm,
um, yeah, so I think it should be both.
yes. All right. Now, we're still in this pandemic context. It's very hard for fashion designer. By the way, are you still working on your collection?
As I started working, it's like on the side, but hopefully it will go on. Like but I need some more time as I'm working full time. So
Yes.
hopefully soon.
Yes. All right. Cannot wait to see. We will make sure to keep up with you and to see what comes
Yeah,
from
sure.
page. Yes, so with this pandemic, it's very surprising when we read articles online and business analysts sharing forecasting for the industry. We see that even though we had this crisis and this pandemic, of course, retailers were very much hit. We had a drop sales by 22% for perfumes in France, for example, in 2020. But there is a big, big trend that is very much clear. We can see it on the charts is that French people still buy perfume, even in
Hmm.
crisis. They really stick to it. They don't want to drop it. This is considered as an essential good for them. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it's the French exception, as we would say in the world. The French art de vivre. They like to smell good and they like to keep up with their lifestyle. But it's very interesting because it's not only about perfume for the personal use. We also see a very huge boom in homeware, home perfume,
yeah.
candles, and of course, the new trend today is the clean beauty. So there is
Hmm.
a bigger demand today for organic perfumes, natural ingredients, clean perfumes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to discuss this with you. Do you think, first of all, can you tell us if this is the same for fashion, and can
Hmm.
we make a parallel with perfumes?
Hmm. First, I want to point out that this pandemic really made people to take care of their internal part, like the home, their to take care of themselves, and that's why I think fragrance and like let's say skincare or this kind of things, I think they kind of get boosted. And for fashion, I still don't see many big changes in action. There is lots of sayings that the people has canceled fashion week. I mean, they are not gonna follow the fashion season, or they're gonna be on a slower phase. Or but I don't think that's enough. They
Yeah.
still use polyester. They still, and even the recycled fabric. I mean, you can recycle a few times, and still that recycled fabric can be a bad factor for environment, and then also, I mean, sustainability and the fact that this pandemic is affected the brands and they want to make the change, but it takes time. Really, it takes time, and it's not gonna be with
Overnight.
like, yeah, overnight. And also on the other hand, like what we see from brands that they want to produce locally, but also they're banning the Bangladesh workers or Chinese workers, which is that's also something that I think people are not looking at it, because Bangladesh people, uh, they only have these skills. If everyone gonna ban uh, those workers, who how they gonna like have money um, to feed their lives, to have some to pay their expenses, etc.
Yeah.
I mean, my conclusion is like, we shouldn't follow these trendy things. I mean, we have to consider sustainability, but it has like lots of aspects to it. I mean, we cannot, if we ban there, they don't have they're not gonna have money, and then on the other side, then we're gonna move everything to, I don't know, locally produced in Europe or in US, or I mean, it's good. Why not? But it needs to have balance, and on the other side, I think someone need to take care of the like workers in Bangladesh, that they wouldn't use children for workforce, or they have a nicely environment, not to work excessively, etc. These are the things that I think they have to consider, instead
Yes.
of like just talking and talking and talking, or just like, I don't know.
Oh my God, yes.
I still don't see any, or maybe we have to wait like to see some actions. But I see many collaborations with celebrities, and they just produce, I don't know, probably, I mean, I didn't go through it, but I mean, with the fabric that I see, it's like a polyester. It's a stretchy, of course it has a elastic. So it's like the what they only think is like, they only think about money, you know they
Okay.
don't think about what they're putting in. And
All
then
right.
people, for
Interesting.
the sake of having a share of this collaboration, they're just gonna buy, I don't know, let's say Kendall Jenner collaboration, and then uh, they're gonna produce more clothes for just money.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, it's harder for the new fashion graduates like us. It would be harder to emerge and grow, and to have a space in the fashion industry, I think.
Because you're not sure if your production will be in other countries.
No, it's not matter of that. It's like, I think they don't really. I mean, of course, there's certain platforms that try to spotlight the new fashion designers, but in general, I mean, there is lots of collaborations with influencers and celebrities that take place, and I don't know. I feel like that's not good generally. I mean, because also they don't produce
Yeah.
sustainability. So that's why I cannot make a conclusion here, because like there's lots of factor in my head also, like, yeah,
Of
about
course.
sustainability, with pandemic, I don't see any change. I just see lots of collaborations also with the influencers and all this. And then like I also struggle a lot to how to make my brand like sustainable enough, because of course no brand is 100%
Yeah,
sustainable.
yeah,
But it's like I really struggle because it's gonna be expensive, and I'm new, like to like I'm just a fresh graduate, so it's gonna be hard to sustain all this expensive procedure, you know.
yes. But
Yeah.
really is eye-opening for me what you said in the beginning regarding the way we approach the relocate workers in other countries such as Bangladesh, and it's actually true. It's we we can't we can't implement the sustainable strategies for luxury brands in the occidental world without thinking about the consequences that it will lead
Mhm.
to, the
Yeah.
workers. So yeah, that's 100% agree. I agree that we have to find a common agreement and also maybe find a way to share resources, to include them in the new scheme that we want for this industry. Yeah, definitely agree with that. Um,
Yeah.
that's something that we often forget. We overlook this aspect,
Yeah.
because it's
I mean,
it's good for the
yeah.
country to relocate production and to have local, stuff that are made locally. But of course, what about the disasters and the pollution and the workers, the human disasters that are caused overseas in those countries,
Mhm.
It's as if like we went there just because we wanted your workforce and now we don't need you anymore. So bye bye, see you.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Like they're gonna be in trouble. I mean,
yeah, we really need some governance around this. Yeah, I agree. But what about perfume? Because I don't think perfumes, usually perfumes are made locally. So
mhm.
maybe the future of perfume is to remain local, but this time it will be more organic and more clean.
Mhm. I'm no expert in perfume. I don't know much about like how they like if it is 100% locally or not, because of course there are certain flowers like in certain region that they have certain smell or this kind of thing.
Yes.
But I hope that it's gonna be easier to handle perfume more with sustainability than clothes, because maybe it's lighter, like the amount of the flowers compared to clothes, you know, and maybe less polluting. The process would be less polluting, but the idea of like refilling, I think it's a nice idea. And also the fact that for fragrances we use always glass, so it's always you can, even though if you don't want your bottle, glass can easily transform into something new glass again. So I think it's less harmful to the environment.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I'm very triggered by this because we know that some brands do the refill, for the perfume
Mhm.
bottles. As you said, bottles are made out of glass. So it's very easy. That's a good point. That's a good start to have bottle made of glass. Okay, good. But the next step is to refill them. I don't understand why Louis Vuitton you can refill, Christian Dior you can't refill. I don't understand this. So
Mhm.
I expect brands, the next step would be to refill, as you say. This is the next step.
Yeah.
This is what we want because these are bottles made of glass. And then maybe the ultimate step would be to have clean ingredients, even
Yeah.
though it's already clean for some of them. But I think we can push a little further because there is this article that I read recently, and now the people who are pro clean beauty,
Hmm.
they claim that the new standard would have to be to have a score for each perfume, and they call it
Hmm.
the eco score. And the eco score
Oh.
is to have 87% of ingredients that are originated from natural ingredients. So
Mm-hmm.
this is like maybe we'll have a chart or some documents, some
Yeah, that would
commitment
be good. Yeah.
that brands will have to sign to testify that every perfume they sell are made with 87% of natural ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that would be a good start, But
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
first step is really the refill. I just don't understand why it's not possible.
I think if we're gonna look at it at the from design point of view, because probably the bottles are designed, like before,
Yeah,
or some of them are in the process of designing, so maybe they're not like um, like easy to refill them, or like probably it needs to, this spray thingy needs
yeah.
to change, then it needs to work again, because if you take it out maybe it doesn't work again. So
Yes, of course.
uh, I guess maybe they're in process, probably, because it's
Yes, we
something
hope.
that it's yeah, I hope so too. And maybe in next season you would have a
Excellent.
refillable
Yeah.
perfume from other brands as well.
Yeah, and when they will do, then we will talk and we'll have a chance to come back on this.
Yeah.
But I have trust. I have trust. I have faith because luxury brands, a luxury brand, the very core of what they do is
Mhm.
innovation. A luxury
Yeah.
brand is always forward thinking. So I have faith in them, and I hope that they will. And if not, it's maybe already in the process. But I'm pretty sure that they will initiate this very soon. But it's just that when you see some brands, some fresh starters brand, startups brand, people who just make their own brands, newcomers on digital platforms, when you see that they can do it, that they already do it,
Mm-hmm.
you're just asking yourself, but why a big brand like, I don't want to quote names,
LVMH,
but
everything under LVMH actually.
yes. So, this is why I'm triggered and I don't understand. For example, you have this brand that I discovered very recently. It's called Essential Parfum, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a panel of different nose, different experts together that they create scents and perfumes that are at least 80% natural,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes in glass bottle, it comes with refill bottles, and it's made out of essential oil. you know
Mm.
Essential
Okay.
oil is the base of every perfume. They do
Yeah.
perfume for the personal use, they do home perfume, and they do soap.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the bottle of perfume, it's 100 euros, the soap is 25 euros.
I
So you
think
see,
I've seen
there is,
it. Isn't it the one that when you want to smell it, you just press it in the
no, it's
shop?
not this one.
Not this one, because I've seen something, but I didn't pay attention to the name. I was just curious about the smells.
Yeah. But yeah, wait and see, I guess, is
Yeah,
the motto.
hopefully soon. And of course, I think in bigger companies, the problem is a bit of like communication. You need to pass through many layers of, management to approve and all this. So I think it just takes a bit of time to go through all this process, but it will come hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Azin, thank you so much for this
Thanks to you.
show, for this opportunity. We had a very nice discussion. It was eye-opening on my side, and I hope that everyone will learn from it. We cannot wait to see all these changes in the perfume industry, but also in the fashion industry.
Yeah.
Same for fashion. I'm pretty faithful. I have faith. I think that of course, now we don't see the effective change because it's a lot of discussion, but our generation is here to change things. We
Mhm.
will bring
Yeah.
change to the table,
Yeah.
and I feel like people now are much more open to discussion and to debates, especially with the millennials now who are, the rising consumers of luxury articles. So
Mhm.
I feel like now we can't turn a blind eye on these topics because consumers now are very much aware of what's going on with the internet. We know we have access to transparent information on how it's made, where
Exactly.
it's made, and who is implied. So I feel like now um, we can't hide, we can't hide, and we have to be transparent, we have to be clean and to come clean. And if brands do not play this game, then people won't buy.
Exactly. Yeah.
So thank you
And
very
I
much
hope
for
that
your
people won't buy.
time. Thank you very much for your time. It was very nice. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more episodes of Fragrance and Friends. I hope that you had a good time. And
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here, and I hope that the audience will enjoy this conversation.
yes, thank you very much. Have a nice Sunday.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.